there, this is Bonnie McCaffery, and thank you so much for coming back and joining me for another vidcast. What we're going to do this month is we're going to be doing the DigiBobbE. And what DigiBobbE is it's digitized bobbin embroidery. And so DigiBobbE stands for digitized, bobbin, bob, embroidery, and that's the E, so it's called DigiBobbE. And what we're going to do this month is we're going to be showing you how to do DigiBobbE with and without an embroidery machine. Now we have 3 different collections of the DigiBobbE, and each of these collections includes 15 different designs that are multi-formatted for the variety of different embroidery machines. There are printable templates as well as the instructions for doing the DigiBobbE. Now why would you want to do DigiBobbE? Normal embroidery is done with the right side up, so all of the design is happening on the top. But there are some really beautiful, heavier decorative threads, and wouldn't it be fun to be able to use these in the bobbin? So we're going to be using the heavier threads in the bobbin, so the design will be done upside down in the embroidery machine. And we do have a variety of different threads that we could use. You could use ribbon floss. You could use something that is called multis, and we have a beautiful collection of these on our website that you can purchase. And the other thing that I really enjoy using is this candlelight yarn. And we have a couple of beautiful collections. We have a collection that is called Precious Metals, and that is all of the beautiful metal colors like copper, silver, and gold. We have a collection called Baby Soft, which is all of the soft baby colors, pastel colors. We have a mini rainbow collection, which is 5 different rainbow colors. We have a collection called I've Got the Blues, so it's all of the blue colors. We have the Candlelight Choice Pack, that is 10 different of the choice colors, the most popular colors. There is an 8-pack of rainbow colors, and then there is this kit that includes every color of the candlelight that you can imagine. And that's the full collection that is available on our website. So the first thing that we want to do is wind a bobbin with the heavier thread. So I've already wound my bobbin with some of the candlelight here, and I'm going to put that into my bobbin case. And you may want to purchase a second bobbin case so that you can make adjustments to that, because you will need to adjust the tension with the heavier thread. I've threaded the thread into the bobbin following the normal tension, and I want to adjust that so that there's just the right amount of tension on there, so that there's a little bit of resistance, but it does still pull out. But the bobbin case does not drop right down. You do have to pull it a little bit for that thread to come through. And the way you address that is with the screwdriver and this little screw right here. And remember, it's righty-tighty, lefty-loosey, so that if you need it looser, you want to turn it to the left, so you'll be loosening it. You may want to do this inside a plastic bag so that you don't risk losing that little screw there, because that can be very expensive if you do lose that thread there. So I'm going to go ahead and load this into my machine. And I have YLI Wonder Invisible thread loaded on the top of the machine there. And this is the best invisible thread out there. And let me tell you, I've seen a lot of them, and this is the one that I really like. So that's a great thread to use. Now what we're going to do is we're going to load the fabric into the embroidery hoop. And these designs are fairly large. They range up to 5 by 7 inch, so you do need a machine that will have an embroidery hoop that could accommodate a 5 by 7 inch design. So I'm going to load that into the hoop. Go ahead and put that inner ring in there, and then tighten it up, and you want it just fairly taut. And I have loaded my designs into the machine, so I'll go ahead and select my design. And you'll also need to turn off your automatic thread cutter, because you want to leave a tail when you're done with your stitching. And then I'm going to load this embroidery hoop onto the embroidery machine. So there I have my embroidery hoop hoop with the fabric loaded in it with the right side down, because that's the side that's going to count. And now I want to put a stabilizer in there. And what I really like to use is this YLI wash away paper. And what's great about this is that after you're done embroidering, you can just tear away that paper, soak it in water, and so the rest of it is then gone. And I have set my design there. And now what I'm going to do is I need to draw that bobbin thread to the surface. So then I'm going to go ahead and start to embroider my design. And here's where you could go do the laundry, you could go have lunch, you could go do anything that might take about 2 or 3 minutes while the design is stitching. There we go. So let's take a look. When you cut the tail, you do want to leave about a 3 or 4 inch tail on that bobbin thread. What we're going to do with that bobbin thread is we're going to thread that tail into the back of the fabric by using a large-eyed needle. So there you go. What do you think? So let's take a look at how we can do this if you don't have an embroidery machine. What I have done is I've printed out one of the designs on a piece of that wash away paper. And I'm going to take my fabric and put it with the right side down, and I'm going to put that design on top of it and pin it in place. There we go. And now what I've done is I have loaded the machine with the Bernina BSR foot, and I still have the invisible thread on the top, and I have the candlelight in the bobbin. And what I'm going to do now is I'm going to free motion this rather than using the embroidery machine. So again, I need to bring that bobbin thread to the top of the fabric and just draw that to the surface like that. And then the feed dogs are down, and you just follow the path and just following the design that's already been printed on that wash away paper. And you could use this with your regular free motion foot. There we are, we're at the end, and I really love this Bernina BSR foot. It just helps me so much to be able to get consistent size stitches pretty easily. So let's take a look and see how it looks. And again, when you cut that bobbin thread, you want to leave a tail, because in order to have a nice clean finish, you want to have that tail that you can thread to the back. And there we go. Looks pretty good. So we'll go ahead and thread that bobbin tail to the back the same way we did with the embroidery machine. So there you go. What do you think? It looks pretty nice. And let me tell you, you did not have to have an embroidery machine to make that happen. Let me show you some of the ways that I have used this DigiBobbE. This quilt behind me was done using some of the designs from the second collection of DigiBobbE. And the second collection is called Woodland Squirrels. And there's a lot of these beautiful designs that are included in that kit there. This quilt here is done using some of the designs from the first collection, which is called Ornamental Swirls. And take a look at these jeans here. These jeans have been done using some of the YLI Multis yarn and some of the designs from the third collection of DigiBobbE, which is called Paisley Gems. So you can also use the DigiBobbE designs on clothing. Be sure to take a look at our website where you'll find the threads, the candlelight yarn. We have several collections of the candlelight yarn, the YLI Multis embellishment yarn. We have all 3 of the DigiBobbes, and the newest thing that we have is this DVD on bobbin play. And this shows you lots of fun ways to use those heavier threads in your bobbin, including decorative stitches, free motion stitching, DigiBobbE, designing with the DigiBobbE, and it's a much more intense look at using the bobbin thread in the machine there. Well, I hope you'll come back and see me next month to see what I have for you then, and thanks for being with me.